The conquest of Alexander the Great is about to begin. Hey, how's it going? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome back, guys, to my Divide et Impera Alexander the Great campaign. And we are prepared, I should say, to launch an invasion of the Persian Empire and go ahead and start taking some cities. So I'm really looking forward to it. I played on a little bit more from where we last left off. I think I'm around about turn 35, turn 40. So I kind of built up a lot of my regions. You can see that Thrace is our money maker, almost making 6 grand, and let me tell you, that is by no means done yet. We have a lot more to do in Thrace. We're just kind of waiting for the technology to be built and more growth to occur in the region. You know, Thrace is going to be making us probably enough money to sustain multiple armies as we invade, and we're only going to be taking more and more settlements as we push in, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. Obviously, Alexander's army is looking very good. We have 5 units of these bronze shields. We have 2 units of these silver shields. We have some really good cavalry. So we have obviously some of the sacred companion cavalry. We have some Thessalonica lancers. We have some more cavalry right here. We have some lighter kind of hoplites, which we're going to use to help us win more cavalry engagements. And then we have the big boy contingent of these Cretan archers and Rhodian slingers. And all whilst that's happening, we have this amazing champion, which is, you know, reducing the cost of my army, increasing morale, and giving my units experience every single turn, which is absolutely huge. It's just allowing him to do a lot more, as well as that is giving us more campaign movement range and just a whole bunch of other stuff, so it's really useful. My economy is booming. As I said, we're just mainly waiting for like technology to be done. As you can see, most of these buildings, besides the harbors, are like locked behind technology, literally basically everything. So that's just kind of like a ticking time bomb as we research more of this stuff to upgrade, which is all good. So definitely looking back on it, I guess taking out Epirus and Sparta would have been a lot nicer, because then we could have done edicts in these regions, and that would have like probably increased our income by like 25% in these regions. But you know, it is what it is. I haven't taken these guys out, and I don't really want to start wars with them as we're on the eve of the great invasion of Persia. So I guess Alexander is going to launch the first assault, but I want to use Ptolemy right now to declare the war. Epirus will hopefully join me in this war. Oh, wow! So what does that mean? So only the Achaemenid Empire joined them? Does that mean I'm not at war with like this guy who's also like a satrapy? I mean, that could just be huge all of a sudden. So I'll do that. I don't want to just like auto-resolve my way through all these settlements, so I'm probably going to fight them, but we are still going to be taking it super seriously. So we'll move in here, we'll chase off this army, and we'll bring this one down. So obviously, they shouldn't get the reinforcements from the city. Yeah, they don't get the reinforcements from the city because we're sieging it, and this is just obviously just a quick slaughter. We'll just go nice and protective, no need to overextend ourselves. We should only lose like 100 men, which is all good. It's so annoying, but it just puts all the damage onto your cavalry, but it is what it is. So this city should be surrounded now. We can probably starve it out for a turn, build a bit more siege equipment. Now the question is, what do we want to do with a spy? Obviously, keeping an eye on this is very important, but I think we see it because of our sea region, so I guess our spy needs to move a little bit deeper into enemy territory. Yeah, just to suffering, because this is obviously quite scary, right? Yeah, it's a pretty big army. And we are at war with them, right? Yeah, we're at war with everyone. I guess even though people didn't technically join, they still got dragged into it. So, you know, seeing stuff like this is very important. Can we actually get another spy? Because having like multiple spies, no, we actually have our limit, right? But we do have a champion. We could use another champion. And to be honest, this would not be bad to stick in one of our armies as well. I mean, both of these are pretty useful. Let's recruit this guy and we'll stick him into... yeah, we want the experienced generals and stuff. We'll stick him into our other army right here, into Ptolemy's army, so we can level this up. So the question is, do we just take the settlement with the support? Can we just cleanly auto-resolve this? We could just storm this, but I think what I want to do is I at least want to wait one more turn so that we get a bit more siege equipment, and then we might just fight it to minimize casualties, but we'll see. They shouldn't be able to react to us immediately, so we should be okay there. We also obviously have our... Oh, this could really help us out as well, actually. We move in our navy, it means they'll take attrition as well. And then, yeah, so they should be taking attrition. Now they should, because they're blockaded or not. Settlement is blockaded, so I think they'll also take attrition. Yeah, you can see it right there, even though it's very bright. Is my, like, brightness all the way up? Because it normally is, just because sometimes battles are really... No, it's actually relatively low, but let's just reduce it down. I feel like it's just a bit too bright. Hopefully that's okay. Hopefully it's a bit better for you guys. Yeah, I think that looks better. So, yeah, we'll siege out for another turn. I know, obviously, quick conquest is important before they can really mobilize their armies. And then I might start building another army in Pella, like, next turn as well, just so that we have it. Yeah, and we can kind of use that to our advantage. Do we have anyone else leveling up? Yes, we do. Alexander leveled up. Oh, yeah, the army leveled up itself. So I think we definitely want to pick up the... we have a lot of money, though. What do we want to do? I think definitely we pick up the extra damage against for all Hellenic units. And then do we have anything else too special here? These are all kind of relatively normal. I mean, that's really nice as well. The Macedonian veterans give you new experience. But for the most part, Alexander's not going to be recruiting Hellenic units. You know, he's deep in enemy territory. So I think we're just going to take the cheaper units. It's going to save us an extra 200 gold a turn. It's going to be really useful. Yeah, cool. December turn, let's see what they do. I imagine they'll be sending armies, you know, kind of full force at me. But that's fine, you know, we can obviously find defensive positions. So I think taking this region and taking Pergamon, which is to the south of this region, are like our first key objectives. Because if we take them, they're two walled settlements, which I'm just never going to lose. The AI in a siege battle is appalling, like absolutely trash. So I expect to literally never lose that. They're going to sally out against me. Oh no, they're sallying out against my fleet. Hell yeah, I'll sink this entire army at sea. I'm going to fight this off camera though, because this is not going to be, you know, fun watching it. They're literally just on transport, so they're going to get absolutely annihilated. So I'll bring it back to you guys when we're about to win the siege. Okay, with the garrison defeated, we can now move in and go ahead and basically just take this. I like there's new units though for the Persian militia, for the Persian garrisons and stuff. These Persian militia look cool, and so do the archers. But we should just be able to like storm the city with very minimal casualties. Ptolemy should be more than capable of taking that with the support of Alexander if needed. And we have now secured our first city. Now, honestly, like, liberating this would be amazing, but we are just going to take it. We could also sack it as well for 12 grand, but money isn't really an issue for us right now. Food is, obviously, because we're taking high-level cities, but I probably might just raise this to the ground. Because there's a lot of, like, yeah, a lot of big settlements here, which... going to be costing us a fair amount of cash. Let's actually make this into a military for the garrison. We can bring that down a level, and we can probably bring this down a level as well, and kind of build it from the ground up almost. Also, I wonder how the population is here, because it's kind of very close. We're probably actually going to want to build a temple here as well. But yeah, for the most part, this province is fairly close to Thrace, which is obviously very Hellenic now, 71%. So I'm hoping that the culture will slowly, like, move over and, you know, help us out here. I mean, what percentage are we Hellenic? Kind of 26% already, and it's going up pretty quickly. So that's going to be very nice indeed. We do definitely need more food, though. We're in desperate need of food, even though it should get sorted out somewhat when we kind of level this settlement down. Our economy is looking pretty... Thrace is making a little bit less money now. Oh, is it because I brought this ship out? Because he has a commercial bonus. We're going to see that number go up. Yeah, the number goes up by a lot by just having him here. That's for power. All he has as well is, you know, a little bit more tax and a little bit more... That's literally it. That's all he has, is a little bit more tax, and it boosts it up that much. You can really start to see... I guess this doesn't even help him either. Yeah, that's so much money. Wow. Yeah, leveling up your heroes to do stuff like that is just so important. Oh, nice. Our governor down here also is looking good. We'll continue to probably just boost research rate and empire maintenance, because I love just being able to shave up a couple turns from my techs, because they can be extremely powerful and they definitely add up. Oh, Ptolemy leveled up as well, so we'll go ahead and pick up the upkeep cost for sure. And then also probably the extra bonuses for that. Because the upkeep cost, I mean, just look how much more money we're making now that we've gotten, you know, cheaper units and stuff. That's great. This settlement should be, yeah, making us food eventually. The question is, where do we send our armies now? We could quickly go and strike this with Alexander. It's definitely not a bad plan, because that is part of this region as well. It'd be, is it part of this region? Oh, it's not part of this region. That's like the coastline. Interesting. So this would be part of this. So I think for the most part, Alexander definitely rushes south. Even though his army is kind of depleted, I think we have to rush south and try and take the settlement. Because if we take both of these settlements, as I said, we'll be in a very, very good situation. We're going to ram there as well. Yeah, if we take both these settlements, we'll be looking very, very good because we'll basically, you know, have two very cemented blocks of, you know, protection that the AI can throw armies against us. We'll have good vision of the surrounding area. And we can basically just go from there. Also, we want to take this province because if it's anything like the base game, it has the best wonder, one of the best wonders in the entire game. You know, taking this is just huge. So we want to try and do that. It also has marble and stuff, which is great for tech. So yeah, pushing south, I think with Alexander is great. And I think maybe it's time to build another army. Maybe next turn. I mean, look at our money we're making now as well. 7 grand. We can definitely afford another army if we want. And I think we definitely do want another army now. At least like preparing itself slowly. So I'll go ahead and raise another army. And yeah, get that going. Because I think, you know, it's like quickly sending over more and more reinforcements is always important. Wait, why are we at war with this faction? What? Why are we at war with... Are we at war with Massalia? Why is it red? No, just all the, yeah, all the foreign nations, right? There's no, like, barbarians we're at war with, right? I mean, we can trade with Massalia now. It's red. Why is it red? Normally it's only red if we're at war, right? That's amazing, oh, baby. We're going to be able to trade with so many people. We can't trade with Rome. We can trade with the Etruscans, though. And they'll all give me money. That's perfect. Well, as I said, we are try-harding this campaign, so taking money is kind of important. Liguriia, no. Venite, no. We were already trading with the Dalmatia. Oh my god, if these guys trade with me, I should get vision of like the entire coast. She doesn't want to, that's unfortunate. Because if I could trade with her, it'd probably trade route me all along here and I'd discover all them people. The problem is though, it does also discover more people declare war on me. So we've got to keep that in mind. I can't trade with any of these guys. Yeah, that's who we just looked at. Okay, well, that's pretty nice. It's going to be a little bit more money as well, making 7 grand. That's insane. That's so good. But let's raise another army. So I'll do this off camera. I'll find a good general to lead our forces. And then we will, then we will continue on. Okay, so as you can see, they are starting to push forward a couple stacks, which aren't really too scary. I was contemplating letting them siege me at this province right here, or letting them actually just kind of like try and ambush an army or two. I think I'm just going to let them siege me because the thing is they can't get through the zone of control without sieging me. So most likely the AI is just going to try and attack me rather than coming south to attack Alexander. There's no armies down here besides like one over there. So I think Alexander can siege this province out for another turn and kind of, you know, deal them some good attrition before assaulting. So I think I have time, and obviously because this is a port town, we should be able to supply ourselves and not take attrition from that. I was wondering if they could attack me or not this turn. It was kind of, I was contemplating sending this army back here to get a tick of replenishment, but I think we're fine. We also, however, got an absolutely buttload of upgrades. 3 of our guys leveling up, which is awesome. So we can really start to feel the awesomeness of this. So if you take a look at I'm making almost 5 grand right now by having that place in. So what we can do is we can take the last upgrade here, which would be kind of nice. But I think I want to boost that, and then maybe boost it again. It's not really that much, right? It's only a 10%. It's only a 2% boost though by having that, which honestly is not really that good. Is there anything else? I guess we will just pick up the last bit of tax, right? It helps out. Man, that commercial stimulus really wasn't that big of a boost. Maybe it's the governors that do it a bit more. I mean, either way, we can still continue to improve it, and any percentage increase is still good because it still gives us more money. Over in Impera, we'll take the last amount of research rate, and then we'll also take the extra tax boost, which will be great. This is kind of a bad one. Public order and wealth from culture. I'd rather just take like the extra tax and trade, honestly. And then Ptolemy also leveled up as well, which is great. So we'll boost up his campaign movement range. I think Dread Commander is also really good. Like, as I said, I don't think the Persians have the highest quality morale, so just reducing that even more is pretty good. We also have a few of these as well, so I think extra campaign movement range for him. What does he currently have? 2 authority when leading an army. Surely we have something better than that. We can give him something more military based. Doesn't look like it, to be honest. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. whatever. I mean, obviously Alexander has some pretty good bonuses. Has his sword, which is actually kind of better than his current sword. Better morale for cavalry, and also kind of cheaper and better mercenaries as well. So that's all good. So as I said, I think continuing the siege, this is a good plan. You know, you see what happens in the north. We'll definitely see it probably attack next turn, but I'd rather to like destroy the walls just a little bit more. You know, this army is not going to be difficult for Alexander, but again, he doesn't really have the best siege army. You know, this is more of a field army. So if I can encourage them out, that would also be perfect. But you know, it's fine. It's fine for now. And we obviously have Parmenion. I recruited another general. Parmenion is right here. We're currently building up his army as well. We'll give him some silver shields. Our population is just popping off, you know, 6,000 here. And I think the more we take away from it, the more, the quicker it will replenish as well. Because because I think around about 7k is like around about its cap. So we kind of almost want to drain it a bit so then it can inflate a lot quicker. So I'll build some more units here. Again, this will probably be more of like a heavier infantry-based army, more than anything else. But we probably will also take some like kind of the worst units as well in Ptolemy's army, because obviously I want Ptolemy to kind of be my like, not Ptolemy, Parmenion to be like my strong infantry center that can just like repel waves of waves, whereas Alexander's kind of more about the cavalry. Ptolemy himself is more kind of a mix between the both. So yeah, I think getting 3 stacks up here is going to be great. And we'll also have to see, yeah, if they siege us over in the north. It's going to be very important if they do. Oh, yeah, also Epirus is coming over, which is nice. As you know, any pressure they can take off of me is good. And obviously, because of our trade with roads and stuff, we're benefiting. That's really interesting. They're fortifying, so I don't really want to attack them fortified, if I'm honest. Mercenary contract. So why would we ever not do this? Like, we could carry on. But why would we never not do that? It's just like a good bonus. Child is born. Spies leveled up, which is good. Wait, we have a child? It can't have been Alexander. No, yeah, it's my sister's. Or my mother's? My sister's? My sister's. Yeah, my mother's still there. Alexander will not find love for some time, I don't think. So we should be able to take this settlement. And I guess we'll jump in and fight this because I want to minimize casualties. We have like 3 ladders. The walls should be somewhat ruined. We have a lot of men and a lot of archers, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's just jump in. I'll probably show you guys parts of this battle. I mean, we want to obviously try and minimize casualties as best as we can. It's a small city as well, so yeah, it shouldn't be too hard to envelop it. It's actually a really cool city, but oh yeah, look at this. We can actually get our missiles up here and shoot into the city that way. That'll be perfect. Okay, so this is how I've set up. I've kind of put my weaker units, my more like lighter infantry over here to try and take the walls, which isn't necessarily the best idea. I mean, we do have some heavier hoplites to try and take the walls. So we'll just push these guys up in the hopes that they'll be strong enough to breach them. I mean, I'm sure they will do an okay job, but sometimes it is kind of sketchy putting your weaker units up on the walls first because they're more likely to break under the pressure of the fire arrows and the infantry and other stuff. But we'll throw these guys up nonetheless, and then I've kind of tasked my silver shields over on this side to go ahead and secure this part of the wall, because if we secure this part of the wall fairly easily, then what we can do is we can then stick all of our archers up on this wall and just fire into the settlement. I'm hoping that they'll kind of see my advance right here and put a lot more pressure on it. I also have my pikemen as well, which are going to kind of have to go in just because I need the numbers more than anything else. And then we have our cavalry waiting here. If the gates get taken, then the cavalry can pour into the city. So I guess it is kind of important for me to take the gates, because if they fall, then obviously our cavalry flies into the city and probably dominates everything inside of it. But for now, we are just pushing forward, and hopefully the men can hold their own. So seemingly, we're taking these walls fairly uncontested. Obviously, the AI is shooting the ever-living crap out of me. But for the most part, we're actually taking this quite nicely. So I'm going to send some men to try and take the rest of the towers. We can then start using them to shoot the AI. I'm going to send some infantry to try and take the gates so we can get our cavalry in. But yeah, the AI is really not committing much down here, which I guess I will take. We just need to get our men down off the walls so that we can, you know, start harassing them, and obviously fighting over this tower as well would be great. So there we go, the first couple hoplites are moving in, looking to get stuck in. That's kind of what these axemen are all about, right? They're light infantry meant for this exact purpose, so best of luck to them. I'm just hoping their morale will hold. We obviously have our pikemen as well, making their way up here. whilst everyone else is just going to try and take these towers, open up the gates, and yeah, do everything else. So let's hope that they can do that. Obviously, this is going to be a harder fight. The annoying thing is I put all my cavalry over here, whereas I feel like this is going to be easier to take than the other position. But it's fine. It's fine. Alexander can get up as well, so we can actually help rally the men. I want all of you guys just to push down here, please, and fight. Yeah, Alexander can come in and probably drop like an Inspire or something here, because the tower is no longer shooting me, so that's all good. And if you guys can, try and take that. So let's drop an Inspire here, because these soldiers are kind of obviously getting absolutely pounded. Come on, guys, get off the goddamn walls, please. It's not rocket science. I mean, these guys, after taking this, can either take this tower. I might just ignore this tower. You guys, Silver Shields can now get up here as well now, which is going to be perfect. Yeah, Silver Shields up here now as well. Probably bring up all these missiles to help out now as well. Cavalry can, I guess, move forward, but we're not going to be able to take this for a little while. Are we taking this or not? No, the Persians, we are taking this? Yeah, we are slightly taking this, which I guess I'll take. Okay, things are going pretty well in this battle so far. I might also try and just get one unit of my bronze shields up on the walls just to reinforce. By the time these guys come down, yeah, morale's not looking great, but we'll pop a rally, try and keep these guys just fighting in combat as long as physically possible. Oh my god, how are you guys? Just fight, oh my god. Sometimes, man, sometimes. Men are wavering? Where? Who's wavering? Oh, these guys, because they're getting mashed by missile fire. If you take the gate, it's fine. I should probably send this cavalry around, honestly, because by the time they get around here, the gate's ours, and we can move on. You know, we'll much, because we're no longer taking this, right? The towers have stopped shooting, but we're no longer taking this. Yeah, but I mean, that's what we wanted, right? We wanted these Athenian hoplites to get hit by the missiles, so kind of got our wish. Okay, you guys get your asses over here. You guys get your asses on the wall, please. Hello? You guys okay? They seem like they've glitched out. God, siege battles in Rome 2 are still an absolute fucking mess. It's actually kind of hilarious. So yeah, cavalry is rushing. We've finally taken this as well now. I think you guys can come down. I mean, as soon as the cavalry gets in, we can really start to put some pressure on them. Oh my god, come on, stop messing up. Is it that hard? Apparently so, they're all coming up this. What an absolute mess, eh, boys? What an absolute mess. I should just auto-resolve this, maybe. Oh well, we'll continue on. Where are you guys going? Oh, at least the Silver Shields are down now, I guess. Okay, our cavalry is now entered into the city. We are pushing towards the city center. Even though these guys are spearmen, we have so much horse now pouring in. They honestly should just not be too bad at all. We just need to get this horse like inside the city and we'll be good. We're also taking the city center, which will be huge. If we can just take the city center and end this battle a bit prematurely, I will yeah, definitely take that. Obviously, killing their general unit is pretty important as well, so the quicker we do that, the better. We can just start basically flooding the city with horses, which is obviously ideally what we want to do as best as we can. There's some more hoplites or some more pikemen we're going to have to push down there. You guys are fighting. Silver Shields are slowly taking this, slowly but surely. I did not even give my archers the order to move up here, but I guess we're up here now, so is what it is. More cavalry. Yeah, Thessalian cavalry come down here. Gotta hit these archers, which are pounding me. So this will be a really good charge here once they put down their lancers. If they ever put down their lancers. Yeah, nice. I mean, that should hopefully just finish that unit off. And everyone else moving. What the hell is still shooting us? Oh, it's our own towers are shooting them, maybe? I think that's the case. Also, what the hell is up with this? I know they're fighting like spearmen, but come on, like, there's hardly any of them left. Let's move in. Oh my god, and we got men breaking there as well. This is not good, you know. Like, this siege battle has been brutal. Let's get your ass down there. Hopefully these guys can move in now. And they've broken us up here in the north as well. Fuck me. The AI is, you're not getting any quarter. Bronze shield pikes. Put your pikes down, boys. And just cut through them, please. We have a lot more infantry. Cavalry continue to cause issues there. Maybe try and push forward some cavalry here. Yeah, our cavalry has just been absolutely fucking slaughtered here. Obviously, I know they're fighting their spears, but I wasn't expecting this much of of damage coming in, you know? Let's just turn around, finish off their general unit at least. They've got more men coming back, so we're going to have to fight through this. Oh my god, this is going to be such a bloody battle, which I really did not want to be the case. Our pikes are up against the wall, but this is where they perform the strongest. Our pikes should now be able to just rip through the enemy. We have some cavalry coming in as well, hurting them. They've obviously fallen back to retake back the city, but we are just going to pull back ourselves. I mean, I think we've easily got this battle. It's been very bloody, but I mean, I guess that's how sieges work, right? At the end of the day, they're supposed to be extremely bloodied. We've now got our Cretan archers up here as well, so these archers should be able to just, demolish anything down here with our silver shields pushing forward in as well. These archers should be fine. I guess we'll get the rest of these Rhodian slingers up here as well, and hopefully that'll be enough just to win us the day. Especially with these towers shooting as well, helping us out. Alexander's coming in. The pikemen need to help out here because we've got our cavalry a little bit stuck in against it. So, and we've got some more pikemen to bring down as well. Could be perfect. So yeah, the battle is going to be won, but we've taken a lot of casualties. Casualties I didn't want to take. So maybe Parmenion's army is going to be more of a reinforcement force more than anything else. It's going to be an army that comes in and replenishes Alexander's army, because obviously we're out here with not any reinforcements. It's going to be brutal, to say the least. Man, oh man, what an unfortunate battle it was. We only ended up losing around about 900 men, and a lot of them were just our kind of our weaker, lighter infantry. So it's not the end of the world, but that was brutal. I mean, I guess it's to kind of be expected when you bring hoplites to a siege battle. Then that's not exactly where they're designed. They're designed for flat, open terrain where they can hold, or in a defensive position. And obviously we had to be very aggressive because of the towers, their archers, their javelins. Yeah, it was pretty brutal, but at least we got some experience. You can see some of our pikemen leveled up. Our silver shields got some good XP. Our cavalry, a lot of them are silver. Obviously, once they're replenished, they should go down to bronze. And we only hopefully lost our 2 units of light infantry, which can be quite easily replenished, to be honest. We can either get mercenaries, or we can just move in some soldiers. So yeah, we lost kind of crappier units, got a lot of experience, and now we can just take the city. And now that we have these 2 settlements secure, we basically got an iron curtain ready to defend. They can only really invade Italy from Italy. They can only really invade Greece from the sea now, which is perfect. We can use this as a defensive wall. We've got reinforcements turning up, hopefully within the next couple months, which will be so useful. I mean, this is a pretty good army so far. If we just go ahead and maybe stick in some Thracian, some Thracian peltists, like 4 of them, and we'll buy some cavalry, and then this army will probably just move and get mercenaries along the way as we continue to move. Actually, what we can actually do to just kind of minimize the time it takes is just recruit in Thrace itself, because we've actually got a decent population in Thrace because of these 2 buildings, which are boosting our 2nd class. We've actually got, how many of our military class now? Yeah, a fair amount, which we can obviously just utilize quite nicely. Only 1,500, but that's just from this region right here, because each population is specific to a city, so using that is pretty decent. So we'll probably just pick up some Thracian infantry as well, maybe something like that, and then we'll pick up some Thracian javelins on the way to here, and then we'll move on. That will hopefully be enough to reinforce this city. We'll probably also merge this army as well if they do assault, because I imagine this city will be sieged next turn. Yeah, this city will definitely be sieged next turn, so we want to make sure that this army can come in, and we can just have a big old battle, a 2-stack versus 2-stack. They've got some Sparabara, which is scary, but the rest of our infantry should just rip them apart. Alexander's obviously going to have to just chill for a turn. I'm building a supply pit down here as well, because having a supply pit will hopefully keep our men replenished and healthy 3 regions over, so we can basically get to here before we really need to build another supply pit. I think these harbors are supplying us quite nicely. Yeah, at the moment these harbors are supplying us here. So as you can see, it's not really a mechanic that's used too much. Where's the supply? It's in the region, right? It's under food and supply. So yeah, as you can see in the left, this is something that I don't think is used that much. I would personally like it to be a lot harsher in this, than it is. It's kind of quite, it's kind of like a cool feature that's in the game, but you can completely ignore it and never really look at it, and be absolutely fine. And it's kind of like, I wish it was a lot harsher for me personally, that you'd actually have to worry about supply. You know, it's only kind of extreme case scenarios where it's an issue. But basically, supply in the region is built up over time, and then you kind of use a stockpile, and if you run out of supply, armies take attrition, and so on and so on and so on. So, you know, it'd be very cool if there was like an army-based supply system and a city-based supply system. Which, I don't know, it'd just be cool, but, you know, obviously it's not... I kind of understand the way it is because there's a lot of issues with the AI and stuff. So we have to hope that Alexander doesn't get attacked, to be honest. So I might actually move the spy just down here so we can get a good idea of what's going on. Got some level ups as well. What were we going for her as well? Something like that, maybe. Sure, she can pick up that as well. Okay, so we have a good vision of here. I don't think there's any armies coming along this coastline, which is perfect. We obviously have our navy as well if we want to use it. I mean, I think we need to probably build up this navy just a little bit more, to be honest, which we might actually just do now. Because we want to kind of be in a situation where we can take coastal cities with this navy. You know, I want to be able to, like, take, you know, maybe places along this coastline. I want to maybe be able to take stuff down here. So to do that, I think what we need to do is, you know, build up that navy so it's at least a 20 stack. And obviously, someone told me in the comments that Egypt doesn't start building units until you declare war now to make it a bit more even. So, you know, having this navy around here for when they do start to invade is going to be pretty goddamn important. I might also upgrade the city as well. I know we're losing food now, obviously. Do we raise that to the ground? I don't know. Yeah, I honestly don't know. Maybe make this into a fishing port for now, just to help our food out. Yeah, we'll have to see, because it's actually some... I mean, we're making so much money now, obviously. You know, 7 grand, we can build multiple armies if we want, and multiple more navies. So we're obviously expecting them to siege us this term, which is fine because we have reinforcements on the way. If they choose to attack us, there's no way. If we have a full stack in a city plus a garrison, there is no way they'll take a city with, like... I would be as bold to say that against the AI, I could defend against 10 stacks, 10 full stacks. You know, all I have, especially with, like, you know, Macedon, I form a pike triangle and I just chill out, you know, like... Oh, they don't. Okay, well, that's good for me because it gives me more time to bring up another army, so... I will, yeah, I'll take that, sure. Missing taxes, that's unfortunate. We lose like 5 grand there, but it's what it is. We're also losing out on food as well. Alexander leveled up. Raise a settlement or trade route belonging to the following to Lydia. Okay. Well, we can kind of do that probably. That'll save us a bit of food. I mean, I think if we bring this navy out, yeah, it saves us. We actually are no longer losing food now, which is good. Okay, I can take that. This army can basically get right on the border, and we can continue to build some men. So we do need some cavalry over here. I guess we'll just take to like 2 units of light cavalry, and then a bunch of like Thracian peltists. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, we'll do something like that, and then we'll probably move this army in. Again, I don't really want to have to fight these armies, so I'm fine just letting them do their thing. The longer they take, the better. I'm very tempted to move Alexander south, though, now. Very tempted. Because the garrison here will be... It's only 8, yeah. I feel like we just move in and we take the settlement. Alexander also leveled up as well. So definitely Dreaded Commander 3. Definitely, maybe... I mean, we've done it now. Yeah, maybe that's not worth it. I don't know. That's not really something we need to get. Warcry would not be bad, actually. Because Warcry is a great way to break infantry when we smash into the back of them. So I'll do that. Yeah, and then we'll go down the making our units good route. I mean, he's already level 6, so he only has 4 more. So he only has 8 more skill points left. But we can upgrade with 8. We can upgrade the cavalry fullest. We can upgrade the infantry fullest, and then that's kind of all you need, really. Then his army's, yeah, able to go. And obviously he's almost level 5 army tradition as well, which is huge. I think we go down here and take the settlement. Oh, fuck. Okay, maybe not. Back to the bridge. If we go to the bridge, we should be okay. And we'll probably pick up some more mercenaries. Oh my god, Rhodian slingers. Do we really want another unit? I kind of feel like I do, you know. So definitely pick up these guys. They're light infantry. I really want to take up another unit of Rhodian slingers. Or maybe another unit of Cretan archers. They're just so good. They do so much damage. I'm going to do it for now. because chances are this army will probably come and attack me. They have a lot of missiles themselves, a lot of Sparabara, which are really good. So we want to be able to juke with that. Yeah, so let's just form up on the bridge. I'll actually face him as well. Yeah, we should be on the bridge. Perfect. Okay, cool. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. The city's doing this thing. We're now losing food, though, because Alexander left. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, we need more food. We really do need more food. What agriculture building do we need? We need this one. What are we currently researching? So that's going to be done in 2 turns. I guess it's kind of a good one as well, though, to pick up, because then we can upgrade this, which actually does take food, so we don't necessarily want to do that. Okay, food is our issue. I mean, we did just take 2 main cities, so it kind of makes sense why we're losing that. So let's just change tech. We can always go back and grab that later. We kind of need food at the moment. Yeah, we definitely need some minor settlements, that is for sure. Yeah. Oh, Library of Pergamon as well, 2 research. And also 20% wealth from manufacturing. That's pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Yeah, we're just losing a lot of food, so sorting that out. I mean, this does also give us, this gives us grain, which we can use to trade. We discovered anyone else. Oh, we are Venai. How are you guys doing? Want to trade with your boy Macedon? You do. Good, and now we've discovered Iberia as well. Yeah, a lot of the Spanish tribes don't like me.
Speak ill or slowly, and I may feed your tongue to the dogs.
It's not nice, is it?
You have spoken fairly.
Numidia, nice. We're gonna be making so much money. Give me all that moolah. Yeah, we just have too much money at this point, which we can just use to invest. Just need more food and more growth. Yeah, you guys are the only ones who don't want to trade with me.
Are you brave or foolish?
God damn it. Yeah, she's like the only person in the world who doesn't want my slaves. Unfortunately, that's fine. I mean, look how much money we make from trade now. 3 grand, that's a lot. Thrace is making all that money. Hellas isn't giving us money this turn, but you know, next turn, so we should be making more money. And obviously, these provinces are still extremely unhappy for now, but it's kind of is what it is. If we get rebellions and stuff, it's not really an issue because we have multiple armies here. It's just all about getting, it's all about just getting more population here. So we can actually start recruiting a little bit of Greek units. I mean, we already have 1,000, 1,100. If we had food, I think these guys would actually replenish, which is actually kind of cool. Up here in the north as well. How much warrior class do we have? Yeah, hardly anything up here, but that's fine. This army doesn't really require much of the warrior class. So losing food is an issue, but it is kind of what it is at the moment. I guess we can try and ambush. No, we can't ambush. I don't want to do this as well, because if you go on patrol stance, it costs you some stuff. And then Epirus is also going to be up here very soon as well, which is going to be huge. Okay, let's end the turn again and see what they do. Okay, so they have dived in against me. We'll probably fight this battle. Even though it's an easy one, we need to minimize casualties, and I'll probably fight this at the beginning of next episode. So that's where I'm going to go ahead and end this one. If you guys enjoyed this, be sure to drop a like and a comment down below. Obviously, if we hit 500 likes, you guys will secure yourself another episode, regardless of how many views this series gets. So I want to give you guys a massive shout out. You guys have been smashing the like targets recently, and I really appreciate it. So, as I said, want to see more of this, drop a like down below. If we hit the target, I'll be more than happy to continue on this series and keep on doing these episodes, because I'm having a lot of fun, and hopefully you guys are as well. So if you have any advice, leave it down below in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.